First fresh find. Take us through it, Kaylee.
Soak it in all its glory. It won't look like this forever, hopefully. Straight from the custom shop itself, yeah.
It's Friday. You already know what it is. Let's just get down to it. It's fresh finds. We're gonna start strong here. If that wasn't a strong enough start, then maybe this will be. Here we have a 2004 Gibson Les Paul Standard Premium Plus, which I've become quite fond of in recent times. These guitars are awesome. I love that they don't actually come with the pickguard on from the factory. So like this one, it actually has the pickguard in here. It has never been installed, so there's no holes or anything for it, which is really cool. This thing is gorgeous. It's really minty, which is awesome. And this flame finish is pretty unreal. So this was a great way to start my morning. One little detail, I actually do want to know with this one. If you check out headstock logo, it's actually aged and yellowed really nicely. I don't know if it was factory like that or just aged a bit, but if you compare it to like the between the custom shop stuff and the USA stuff, I always notice that you typically don't get the cool aging on the USA as much. So this definitely puts it in a higher echelon for me. Keep the trend going with nice American guitars. We've got a Martin D28. This one is a 2009 and it's a D28. Sounds fantastic. Nice rosewood back and sides, of course. Plays great. I am very fond of these. I think the D28 is probably my favorite Martin. Not much you can say about these. It hasn't been said a million times, but very great acoustics and very great mainstay pieces to any collection. So obviously this is a Fender bass in here, and if you know what you're looking at, you know it's early 90s. And this is a bass that I would say these weren't as popular until the last few years, and they're finally kind of getting some respect, which is cool. But this is a Fender American Jazz Bass Plus with this really, really cool blue burst finish. It's really dark, so we love this. Lace sensor pickups from the factory. This thing is gorgeous, and it's an awesome shape for being from 1992. This is 6 years older than me, and it's still in this good a condition, which is cool. Neck is super comfortable, really snappy maple board. Checks a lot of boxes for jazz basses for me. A very, very comfortable neck, and fun bass across the board. Original hard shell case, and this one's all original too, so what's not to love? Once again, another American-made bass. This one is a Carvin, and it is a 6-string fretless bass, which is really cool and really unique. I think this is the first 6-string fretless we've ever had.
It looks like it has frets, but it actually doesn't.
And it's funny because sometimes you'll see fretless stuff where it doesn't have this, and if you were me, I wouldn't know where I was on the neck. I know sometimes they'll still have the dot markers, but yeah. Really cool green finish. I believe this is from when anything from Carvin pretty much had to be custom ordered, so I'm sure this, I originally thought this was a one-off, but I did find one other similar example, so these are definitely pretty hard to come by. Really, really cool though. Plays really great too. If you know my taste in guitars, you are gonna know how much I love this one. This is a 2011 American Vintage 69 Reissue Telecaster thin line. The guard has been swapped for a tortoise guard, which I love. I actually also have a white Telecaster that I gig with a whole bunch, and it's got the same layout. Mine's got rosewood, this one's obviously maple, but really, really special guitar. Finish looks incredible on here. It's aged only a little bit. This is a nitro finish, this is an ABRI. And, but yeah, overall this thing is just in really great shape. A little bit of normal play wear, but really, really special guitar, and very grateful to have it. So I was very excited to see this when I found it, and I knew we had to have it, so now we have it. It's got a nice hard case too. I don't know if this is the original one, but it looks great with it, so it will be staying with this case. Go over here. I don't know that we've ever even had one of these, but this is an Epiphone Firebird, and this one is from the their quote-unquote limited edition custom shop, or their custom shop, and it's a limited edition. I don't know where this sacred Epiphone custom shop is. I thought they were all made in the same factory, but if anyone wants to chime in the comments about that, let us know. I think the word custom shop may be taking some liberties with that, but cool guitar nonetheless. Alright, so we'll start with the sea of gig bags with something super shreddy. So this is a Jackson Stars. It's like a Jackson Dinky, and it plays really, really great. It's got a Seymour Duncan in the bridge position, and then the Jackson Stars stock pickup in the neck. And this thing has got a lot of wear. So it's definitely ready to be played a whole lot more. So it's not a guitar that needs to be babied by any means, but really, really cool. I don't know if this is a neck through or just a set neck that's been molded really nice, but feels really, really great. You can get amazing upper fret access to the 24th fret here, which you don't always get with everything. So a very fast guitar, very slim neck, stays in tune great with the Grover Jackson locking tremolo. It does have the trem bar. It's in the gig bag, so don't worry. All right. So I think I've got to do 2 of these together, so hopefully these are the correct 2. This one's great. This is one of my favorite Aerodynes I've ever had. But what's better than that? A matching set of 2 Aerodynes, black and white. And these also do both have the trem arms, and they come with our signature gig bags. Both got a little bit of wear on there, but really cool guitars. Honestly, my favorite of the 2 is the white one. It just feels incredible. The black one's great too. As you'd expect with Fender Japan, they're very precise, so guitar to guitar, there's always gonna be a little bit of variance, but compared to other brands, they're pretty spot on. So both these are really great. For some reason, the white one for me just had a little extra. So this is my pick for 2. But both really cool guitars. Let's venture over here. So here's one we did get K's approval on. This is a really cool parts base. Look at this finish. So this body is from MJT. It has a factory Relic. Really nice nitro finish. It's got lots of nice wear. It looks very natural for being a Relic, but they did a really great job. I remember when I saw this bass at first, I was like, what is that finish? Because it looks like right on par with like a vintage Fender. And with parts bases, you usually don't get that. And then sure enough, we ripped it apart and figured out there's a really nice all parts neck and then an MJT body, all parts razor pickups, and then Godo bridge, Godo tuners. So really, really top shelf parts all around, and it's a really fun player. The neck's got a nice lacquer finish to it, which is really comfortable, and nice dark ebony board. So what's not to love? This one too is very up my alley, so trust me, there's a lot of guitars just this week that I would love to keep, and I'm not keeping any of them, so showing restraint. But this is a Fender American Special Edition Offset Telecaster. This is from 2017. Really, really cool. Finish looks incredible. Fender Limited Edition right there. I don't know how many of these were made, but I don't think it was very many. But really special guitar. I used to have a Japanese version of one of these that was a mahogany body with a P90 in the neck, and it sounded really great, and it was a really fun guitar. The neck was really thick, which isn't my #1 choice, but it was still a really great player, and it's one of those few guitars I regret selling. And it was something for my personal collection. It wasn't a shop guitar. Something I bought, used for a little bit, sold to get into something else, and I don't know what I would have sold to get after that. I'm sure it was something good, but I do miss. Oh, actually, I know exactly what it was, and that was a good move, because I got my Gibson Les Paul standard double cut from getting out of that one, but I still do miss that guitar. It was cool. Here we have another Strat from Fender Japan. This is a ST62 Black, and these are fairly self-explanatory. It's a black guitar. It's got all black plastics. It's got a black matching headstock. The back of the neck is black. There's no back plate, but I'm sure it'd be black if there is one. But these are actually really, really fun. These necks are super comfortable. Nice finish on here. Kind of reminds me of some of the Boxer Teles and Strats from the 80s, because they had the same sort of finish in the back. This one's a little bit newer. I think it's late 90s, early 2000s. It is a Crafted in Japan S serial, so don't remember what that is off the top of my head, but I know it's late 90s or early 2000s. So a really cool guitar, and really rare guitar. I've had one of these before, and that's the only other one I've ever seen. So this is the second one I've ever come across. And all my years of collecting, buying, and selling, not only Fender in general, but specifically Japanese Fender. So very grateful to have another one of these. I'm sure it's gonna go quick. So another good one. I mean, they've all been pretty good today, I'm not gonna lie. This has been a really great week. A lot of Fender this week, and a lot of Fender that's my taste, which feels very self-indulgent, but I am the buyer, so that's what happens when you leave me to my devices. But this is a Fender 66 Mustang reissue. Beautiful candy apple red. This might be considered OCR, the old candy apple red, because it's a little bit darker. But really, really cool guitar. Feels really, really great. Nice dark rosewood fretboard too. And you know for me, that's a big deal. I will say, you'll probably notice that almost every guitar with a rosewood fretboard at the shop has a fairly dark rosewood fretboard, and that is because I'm really, really picky with that. And when I come across stuff that's light or like dried out past the point of saving it, I usually pass on it. So I try to find like the best rosewood fretboard. So I know I talk about it a lot, but it is something that I am very critical of. Since I always want to sell stuff that is up to my standards, of course, and usually when I like it, other people will too. So I always try to sell cool stuff that I could see myself playing and using and everything. So that's always really important to me. To continue the Fender trend, a lot of Fender this week. I'm realizing that we're going through all this, but the people love Fender and I love Fender. And this one's got a nice dark rosewood board too. This is a Fender Telecaster custom reissue, double bound. And I mean, this is one of this. I mean, this could be the rosewood board of the episode. This one definitely has some wear, but it is a fantastic player. Really cool. Look at that. Nicely aged too. Definitely not mint, but it is ready for some more play. And like a lot of these, I want to keep this. Actually, before we totally do away with this one, I will note. Got some case candy too, so there's some other stuff in the bag as well. Got the original manual. And the last one, I don't remember what this is, so let's see what we got. And last, but not least, we have a Moserite Avenger. I think this one is from the 80s. This is the Ventures model, of course. Really, really cool guitar. I was not too familiar with these until recently, and then we've come across a bunch of them, so we keep getting them in, and you guys keep buying them, so we'll probably keep getting them in. But really cool guitars, very distinct sound, very surfy vibe. But yeah, these are really cool. They're the real deal. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know down below what your favorite guitar was from this week. I know I have a lot of favorites, so I don't even know if I could narrow it down to just one. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all the other good stuff, and we will see you in the next Fresh Finds on Friday. Bye.